Hey guys, this is Not Lambers of Invoked 101. Welcome back, and sorry for the hair. I'm a little messy right now because I hopped out the shower probably like 20 minutes ago. My hair hasn't fully dried. But this is the brand new Infernoble deck profile. This is a deck I've actually had sitting in my box for a hot minute. I was finally able to finish up the last few cards I was missing for this. Big shout out to Gara of Benton YGO for hooking me up with the last few things, at least as far as monster wise, the last few things in the main deck, and then I picked up a couple things for the extra deck as well from someone at Locals. So really cool, really excited to show this deck off, and I hope you guys enjoy this. This is a 42 card Infernoble list, and it is designed to do the 60 card combo. I did 4 test hands with this. I did 4 out of 4 test hands, and it always ended in the same board. So if you want to see that combo, let me know in the comments below, and I will be happy to show that off for you guys. But I'll probably end up doing it at the end of this video anyways, because it's just a 1-card combo to do the whole thing. But with that said, down in the description before we get started, if you feel like supporting the channel, there's a few links down there you can use, including joining the Discord and clicking subscribe. So with that said, move the extra deck and these spells and traps off to the side. We'll get right into the main deck monsters, and this deck is fairly monster heavy. Just because that's how, oh my gosh, that's how Infernoble works. So starting off with the Infernoble guys, I'm playing 2 Oliver, and 2 Oliver, 2 Renaud, 1 Ogier, and 1 Astolfo. Oliver has the ability to special summon himself by discarding. He becomes a tuner, and then you can also treat him as a level 1. Renaud can special summon himself. Ogier is another 1-card combo starter. He can do it, I believe. You just have to have like the right things in hand. And then Astolfo is just like a piece of recovery. Basically, does this sleeve have like some trash on it, or is that just, yeah, it has a little bit of dirt on there. Oh no. But yeah, so Astolfo is in the deck as well. And then all these guys kind of serve a purpose. Basically, Oliver, oh, he's already a tuner. Sorry, he just becomes level 1 if you want him to. But yeah, Oliver's really good, and then Renaud is also able to become a tuner, and it's just another extender. All these guys, all 6 of them, play a really big role in the deck. I've only ever had 2 Renaud. I had 1 for a while, and then I got a second one recently. I did play a 52 card version of this that played a little bit more, and that played 3 Oliver and 3 Ogier, but I don't know, cutting it down, I feel I haven't necessarily missed that version. And then I also don't play Roland. I have a Roland, but I don't use him. He's probably going to end up in my regular Noble Knight deck because I think he's much better in that. As far as warrior packages, we are playing 3 Neospace Connector plus the Dolphin. This is another set of the 1-card combo. This is the main way you do the 1-card combo, but you can also do it with Sublimation Knight and Squeak. I like playing this because these are the same card, like effectively. Sublimation Knight and Neospace Connector are basically the same card, and that's actually extremely useful. The only difference between them is that this gives you hand advantage or hand knowledge of your opponent. So I like Sublimation Knight. I know that there are some lists, some 40 card lists that don't play him, and if you don't want to play the Sub Knight, you don't have to. These could be hand traps if you really want it to be, or something else. I'm also not playing Tactics. I should probably say that. I don't own Tactics, so I'm not playing it. As far as other things, I play 2 Red Layer. Red Layer is really good for just adding off of a sold, because you can make Boral with it off of Tatsunoko. There's a couple other uses it has, and then it also outs Herald, because you can just, if you go second, this can help break Herald negate, because you just summon it because it's inherent, and then you swing into the Herald to bust the first negate. Also, like I said, it's a special summon because he's a Cyber Dragon, which is very useful. Then I'm playing 2 Fireflint Lady. You can play 3 if you really want to, like if you don't want to play the Sub Knight, but I think 2 is just fine. I haven't missed the 3rd one yet, so I'm perfectly fine with this. I think 2 is just dandy. This is just another warrior extender that special summons itself if you control a warrior. That's it for the multi-copied cards. So the next monsters are all one-ofs, aside from the hand traps. But we play one Armageddon Knight. This is for the combo. He's also limited, so. But one Armageddon Knight, one Immortal Phoenix Gearfried, because I only own one. But also, so if you want to play a second one, you can. There's other cards you can cut from this deck to play the other Gearfried if you really want to. But I've found just fine playing the one, because typically if you draw it, you summon it. But if you don't see it, then you just search it in the end phase off of Roland, and you just hold on to it. There's actually been times where I've drawn this and stuck it back into the deck off of the next card I'm going to show, simply because I wanted to search it in the end phase off of Roland. One Plague Spreader, one Despot, and one Genba. These are the last of the one-ofs. I definitely do think you need to play these if you are going to play this deck. Like, you need Needle Fiber and Link Cross to successfully perform what this deck actually wants to do, which is kind of sad to say, but like it's really cool to be able to do the things in this deck. I'm not a combo player. I'm very much a control player, but this has been one of the best, like one of the funnest decks I've played in a while, just because of the way that it goes through its motions. A lot of times I actually don't end up summoning Genba. He usually stays in the deck, which is kind of weird because I thought he was more important, but maybe I'm just wrong. And with that, that is the end of the one-ofs. Moving into the hand traps, I'm playing 3 Effect Veiler. These should realistically be Imperms, just because Imperm is better. But I didn't feel like getting my Imperms out of my other deck, so I wanted to keep, I like having my decks like put together so that I can be like, oh, I want to play this deck, oh, I want to play this deck, and then if I need a side deck, I'll put one together. But so these are Effect Veilers, but if I ended up taking this to locals, those would be Imperms. Then I play Gamma and Driver. This is just a really good hand trap going second, and that's the main reason we're playing this stuff, is because this deck can go first, it can go second. You just have to know how to hit the things, and seeing Gamma in your opening hand and just slapping it down to negate something, like, because this is a turn ender card right here, which is pretty nuts. And then even if you see Driver, you can always stick Driver back into your deck off of Plague Spreader, so it kind of doesn't matter. But I mean, it kind of matters, but it kind of doesn't. But it also kind of doesn't, because you can also discard it, and I believe Gamma can pull it out of the graveyard, right? Yep, so it doesn't matter, as long as he's somewhere and you got rid of him. Moving into the spells, the main spell that we're playing is 3 Heritage. This is just extra Rhodas. This searches any of the 6 Infernoble Knights we play, but it also searches the 3 Durandals, which is more copies of Rhoda. And after this, it's all equips, or aside from some one-ofs. But yeah, basically these are 6 Rhodas. We play 7 Rhoda. That's effectively what this comes to. So 3 Heritage, 3 Durandal, and then for other equips, I'm playing, this is the only other one I play at 3, which is DDR. And this is just to resolve off of the Power Tool Dragon, because what you do is you reveal all 3 and then you just get one. And you use this to bring back Plague Spreader, because then you get to use Plague Spreader another 2 times. And because we're playing Phoenix Blade, it's super easy to loop this card. And not loop this card, but have discard for it, and then just loop the Phoenix Blade. It's really good, because then you add the Phoenix Blade back and you stick it to the top of your deck off the Plague Spreader. 1 Smoke Grenade, haha, super. Smoke Grenade, because it's still legal. Phoenix Blade, because I mentioned it and it's still legal. And then Living Fossil, because these are all the ones, like these 2 you need to play, and then this one you don't mind drawing. And typically the ones you'll send off of Assault are the Smoke Grenade, the Phoenix, the Living, and the Durandal. But there have been times where I've drawn this, so you might be asking, like, what happens if you draw one of these? You just reveal the other 2 in the Durandal, because Durandal is easily going to be the one. Or you can even get Living Fossil, because Living Fossil can be another extender for you if you haven't sent the Living Fossil yet, but you're probably going to have to get the Durandal, which Durandal will, if you haven't used it yet, it will get you another extender, as long as you have Charles on board, which you probably should, I think, at that point, but either way. That's those, and then for the one-of spells, Monster Reborn and Rhoda, because like I said, we're playing 7 Rhoda, so. That is it for the main deck. I like this, like I said, it's basically the 60 card list, but like condensed. It's like this 40 card list that I looked up, and I tweaked that just a touch, and then I added in the things to do the 60 card combo. So like, and it ended up at 42, which is pretty cool. So as far as synchros go, one, Charlie. Charlie is insane. What he does is during the end phase, you get to equip a equip spell from the graveyard to him, a monster, a fire warrior from the deck that gives him 500. And then when something gets equipped to him, you get to pop a card. So he's really cool because then you just pop smoke grenade and rip a card out of your opponent's hand. Very useful. And Roland, which is Infernoble Captain Roland, he has the ability as a quick effect to equip to Charles, so you can even pop on your opponent's turn. And if you open Smoke Grenade, it doesn't matter because whenever you make Charles, whenever you summon it, you just equip Smoke Grenade to Charles and then pop your own Smoke Grenade. And then in the end phase, you re-equip it off of Charles. And then during your opponent's turn, you equip Roland and pop the Smoke Grenade and rip another card. So, but Roland is really cool. He's a level 5 Synchro Tuner. And then his other ability is that when he's summoned, you can activate his effect to search a level 5 or higher. Hang on. During the phase of the turn, send an equip spell from your deck to the graveyard, then add a warrior monster from deck to hand. So, so basically you search Gearfried. That's what you do. So, really cool. Boral Savage, because we can make it. That's it's another negate. So like ending Charles Savage is pretty good. One Omega, because there are times where you have to make Omega. And this can rip a third card out of your opponent's hand, which is really nice. One Power Tool, like I mentioned earlier. I play Coral Dragon as well. Just cause like sometimes you can make it, and then if you have this, and then like this does come up sometimes with Auroradon, because you can synchro this with a token to make Charles and then draw a card, which is kind of cool. So and then Herald and Tatsunoko and Marshall. Tatsunoko and Marshall are just your level 3 guys to go into, your level 3 synchro tuners. This lets you synchro with stuff from the hand, and this brings back Plague Spreader. So really cool. And then Herald is what we make after. This helps us empty out our field using the Despot. So that's the synchros. I know I'm not like super explaining this stuff, but I figured you guys have seen this deck a lot because I know a lot of people are talking about this deck. It's a very popular strategy right now, so I'm not gonna talk too much about it. Plus, I'm gonna show off the combo, and hopefully you guys can see some more interaction off of that. I play Double Assault. You kind of have to. Because sometimes this gets hit and then you just link it away with another Isolt into another Isolt. And then one Hulk, first time on the channel, I got one. Whoop-de-doo, got my own Crystron. So yeah, really cool. I'm still kind of figuring out this card because like I get what he does, but it's like really weird because like I have one now, but it doesn't feel like it's mine, which is really strange. Same with Link Cross. Like I've played around with Link Cross before because I borrowed it from friends, but like. It's weird like having it right here because it's like, oh snap, I own this now. Very strange. But yeah, Link Cross is really key to the combo. And then one Phoenix and one Auroradon. Phoenix is just kind of a empty spot. If you want to play something else, you can. I picked Phoenix because Phoenix is kind of good. And then Auroradon because you need it for the combo. So that's it for the deck. So let's get into the combo. I'm going to show you guys off how to do the 1-card combo with this. So we're going to zoom out. Whoa, that's in. Alrighty. So the only card that you need is Neospace Connector. You need Neospace Connector, and then we'll put like 4 blanks in our hands. So we'll just grab the. So there we go. So these are we'll say this is our opening hand. These are just blank cards. So we normal summon the Neospace Connector, activate his effect, and that's gonna get us out the Aqua Dolphin. Then off Aqua Dolphin, if you want, you can pitch a card. It doesn't matter. To take a card out of your opponent's hand, you can if you want. You don't have to. Link these two together. Let me move these guys. So you're gonna link them together for a sold. I'll move this too. And then I'm just gonna put kind of a sold right here. Well, we'll stick it right there. Sorry, because the tripod's like right in front of that zone. So. But yeah, so Assault, and then Assault's first effect, and this can either get you the Gearfried now, or you could get the Red Layer. We're gonna go with Red Layer, just because. So there we go. And then her second effect, which is going to send some equips. We're going to send Living Fossil, Smoke, Divine Sword, and a Durandal. So all 4 of those are going to go to the grave. That's perfectly fine. Sending Durandal doesn't matter. And then we're going to summon Armageddon Knight. And it doesn't really matter where you put Armageddon Knight, which is a really cool thing about this. Columns don't really matter. So right now it's like directly under the Assault. And then Armageddon Knight's effect is going to send Plague Spreader. And then we will activate Divine Sword Phoenix Blade to banish our 2 warriors. Not to add Plague Spreader, to add Phoenix Blade. And then we will use one of our blanks, put it back into the deck to special summon out Plague Spreader. We will then take the Ice Hold and link it away for Link Cross. And Link Cross will get us 2 tokens. And so one of the things that this deck is kind of good at is baiting like Nibirus and stuff. Because as you can see, this board is actually kind of Nibiru proof because we have the red layer. Even though like I don't believe we can special summon it, right? Yeah, you can't special summon it, which kind of sucks. But like, there's other things that you can do because you also still have 3 blank cards in your hand. These could literally be anything. There's always a bunch of stuff that you can do. And so then what we're gonna do, if you ended up looking at your opponent's hand and saw that they had Nibiru, they're either gonna Nibiru you here whenever you take the token and the Plague Spreader, because we're gonna synchro those together for Tatsunoko. So they have to hit you here, or else like you're gonna keep going, but you should be able to probably keep going. Like that's just facts. Because if you know that they have Nibiru, then you'll take Tatsunoko and Red Layer and make Boral here. Because then what you can do other things moving forward. But we're gonna synchro this together for Power Tool. And I know you just saw the deck, so. Hang on, did I mess up? No, I shouldn't have. Yeah, I didn't. So Power Tool. So since you saw the deck, you know that all 3 DDRs are still in there. So I'm just gonna grab one, and then we're gonna activate the DDR, pitching the Phoenix Blade, which is why we added it earlier. And that's gonna get back Plague Spreader. Plague Spreader is going to synchro with the token for 3. And that's gonna get us Martial Metal Marcher. And that's gonna bring back the Plague Spreader. Then we're gonna take Marcher and Link Cross, and we're gonna make the Needle Fiber. And from Needle Fiber, we're gonna special summon the level 1 Despot. And then we're gonna take Despot and Aqua Fiber Axe and make the Auroradon. And Auroradon's gonna get us 3 tokens. So 1, 2, and then third guy. So there we go. And then we will take, oh snap. Oh, I forgot to make Charles. So let me go back a step to confirm. So with Needle Fiber and Despot still on board, you'll take these 2, the Power Tool and the Plague Spreader, and you'll make Charles. And you can just stick them over here, you can stick them wherever. But you need to make Charles before you go into Auroradon. Then take Hulk and the one guy, make Auroradon, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll bring back the Despot. Okay, I messed up there for a hot second. I've also accidentally ditched my Divine Sword, which I shouldn't have done yet, because the Divine Sword's gonna play a part. Wait, yeah, I did. We did ditch the Divine Sword. So now we're gonna grab that back, using Armageddon Knight and Assault. And that's gonna get us Divine Sword back. And the reason we need Divine Sword is because we're gonna stick it back on top of our deck for Plague Spreader. So now we're gonna take Despot and a token, and we're gonna make Herald. And then we will put the Divine Sword back on top of our deck for Plague Spreader. So Plague Spreader isn't like once per turn, which is really great. So if you can just keep looping him, like even if you open up the DDR, like if you draw a DDR, you still go into the Power Tool, you just activate DDR though. Like you don't have to do that part. So like it's perfectly fine. The only issue is if you draw like Smoke Grenade, or even if you draw Smoke Grenade, you can still activate it on Charles, like right here. It's only whenever you draw like some of the other equips that you have to ditch the DDR for it, which kind of sucks, but you know, it happens. Then we're gonna synchro Plague Spreader with a token for Roland. And then on summon, we're gonna declare Roland's effect to search in the end phase. And then we're gonna synchro Roland with our final token for Borreload Savage. and then Savage Effect will target the Chris Strong. And if you can keep a Sold in your graveyard, then yeah, then use the other card and equip the Sold, because he'll be stronger. But if not, then Halka-Vibrex is just fine. And then we move to end phase, and we're gonna resolve Roland. So Roland's gonna send an equip spell from our deck to the grave, which is gonna be Phoenix Blade, because we can always get it back. And then that's gonna search us Gearfried, and then Charles is gonna activate, which lets us equip a guy from the deck, and we're gonna equip Oliver. And the reason we equip Oliver from deck is because while he's an equip card, the equipped monster can't be targeted, and just through testing, we found that the can't be targeted is better than the can't be destroyed by card effects that Ujier provides. So, equip the Oliver, and then we will equip the Smoke Grenade from Grave. And then Charles effect, because something was equipped to him, we get a pop a card. So we will pop Smoke Grenade and rip a card out of our opponent's hand. So we're ending the turn, 5 cards in hand, only two of which are known to our opponent. 3 of which are unknowns, could be whatever, could have been extenders. If you have extenders, you can do more stuff, play through things. But yeah, like, there you go, that is the combo. This is the 60 card Infernoble combo condensed down into a 42 card deck. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about this deck in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts, as always, because if I can be doing something better with this deck. I know that Gara, he's like, oh, you gotta play 60 cards, you gotta play 60 cards. And I don't wanna play 60 cards, so I'm not gonna play 60 cards. But if you have an idea on how to improve it, please let me know. I would love to hear from you guys. And I guess with that said, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.